For a limited time only, head on over to MrMuckCoin.com and use code GS for 15% off all purchases. Not only can you purchase coins, you can purchase players, you can purchase training, you can sell coins for a little bit of extra bread. Who can use extra bread? You can get your solos done. You can pay to get your level grinded. You can sit back and relax and let someone do the dirty work for you. Go to the link in the description and make sure you click it and head on over to MrMuckCoin.com and use code GS for 15% off all your purchases.
It's enough talking about the game. It's time now to see the game. And to call the game, it is going to be RG and Scott Cole. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, here we go. You got Young Kiv. You got Henry 818 coming through representing, but they're going to only be one.
This is going to be interesting, Scott. We know young Kiv, he's going to have a prolific passing attack. He's not going to turn the ball over. He's willing to take sacks if he needs to, and he's got phenomenal defense. Every time we've watched him so far, he's completely locked up when he needed to. It'll be interesting to see how he does against the guy that he goes to battle with and practice with often in young Henry. Look at the focus of the Kiva.
Little pregame meditation. He's 62-28 in his career, looking for the 63rd win for the 22-year-old who's now been in 11 majors. Already talked about the $200K. I think he owes me $5. It's time for me to get it back.
I mean, and let's be real. It was just last year where if you bought Madden 19 and opened up the case, he had an insert. You opened up the game and there was a picture of Kiv in the game, so
he's come a long way, but here's the newcomer, the youngster Henry from Chicago, Illinois. He's done it with the running game. So many big plays. I can't even count the one-score plays he's had out of that stretch, but this is his first major, and he's going up against young Kiv.
And let's take a moment to acknowledge this is a young man that has a chance to make history, Scott. It's not every day you have a chance to go down in the record books. He would be the youngest ever Madden champion that we had ever seen at 16 years old. That's an insane opportunity that he has in front of him. At 16 years old, he's already guaranteed himself $7,500. With a win here, he can guarantee himself $12,500 with a chance to turn that into $35,000. So a lot of opportunity here for this young man as well.
And if I'm in high school right now, I'm saying, Mom, Dad, I know it's a Sunday, but why don't you come over here and watch a little Madden with me? I can be doing this and making a little pocket change. Semi-final number 2 here in the winner's bracket. The winner of this one will face Serious Mo in the winner bracket final. We kick it off once again here at Pizza Hut Stadium. And it'll be young Kiv taken out of his own end zone past the 20. And he gets clapped at the 27.
All right, we got to see where the chat's head's at on this one. Scott, where are you guys thinking, chat? Let's go 1 for Kiva, 2 for the young phenom, Henry. Where you guys heads at?
Set their audibles. Get ready to go. I talked about it before. It's going to be the passing attack of young Kiv and the running game of Henry. They've played hundreds of matches already in this young season, preparing for this tournament, and now they face each other.
Scott, I'll tell you what, I'm peeking at this chat right now. A lot of 2s for Henry. It seems like a lot of people are buying into the young phenom.
Well, he's the one playing the meta.
And amazing.
And Kiv's never going to stop throwing out of the bunch. But as Skimbo will tell you, that ain't it, Chief. Quick throw and a diving grab. Out at the 43. Back-to-back completions for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and this is young Kiv. He might be the last passer left in this tournament. We've seen a lot of run-first type players, but he's going to stay in this gun bunch. And he's going to air it out.
Picks up the blitz again. You can't give him time. B coming across it.
Yes!
He wants Will Fuller all the way down to the 3-yard line.
How about Kiv right there? Rolls out. Looks like he has a free first down if he just wants to go with the scramble with your guy from Clemson, Deshaun Watson. Instead, he airs it out for a complete dot. Now he's right there on the 3-yard line, knocking on the end zone's door.
Here comes the I formation, I tight. Lamar Miller will dot the I. Watson. Directed traffic, and he'll go to the air. Quick throw to the outside, and Nuke's all alone. Kiv strikes first.
I feel like that play, it goes to the familiarity of these two players. Kiv feeling Henry's going to run commit in this situation. He knows I run in that situation. Kiv goes to the pass, checks to Hopkins on the fade. He's butt naked in the end zone. Strong opening drive from the veteran. And Madden 18 champion, young Kiva.
Tavon will take it out to the 20. Got to look at this touchdown. Well, not touchdown pass, but the long bomb to the 3-yard line. Look, he had B coming right across the formation and decides to go up top on the run.
Yeah, everything was pretty about that, Scott. The blitz pickup, the rollout, sets the feet, lets it rip to the right read. That's professional Madden passing right there from young Kiv. How's Henry respond?
I just saw young Kiv's birthday. That made me sad. I don't like an old man. I don't even want to look and see what Henry's birthday is. Two young players. Still coming to the point. I ask the chat this all the time. When are you no longer young Kiv? When are you just Kiv? Especially when you're playing 16-year-olds now.
It's a weird area right there, Scott. I mean, young nephew, he just turned to old nephew, and it's like a decade later. I think he can still rock the young for a little bit. I think, 24?
24 is the cutoff?
Absolute cutoff, right?
4th and 13. It's a 3-and-out for Henry. And Jones will pull out the boot. And that'll be well out of bounds. That'll be marked to the 37. Not a great punt.
And breaking news when it feels like breaking, Scott, with young Kiv's run in this Madden Classic, making it as far as he did and Skimbo getting knocked out where he did, young Kiv is now considered to have 11 EA major appearances, making him first all time on the EA major appearances list. He just passed Michael Skimbo. He is now #1 in that statistic category, and that's a big stat category to lead. It just shows his consistency and how dominant he's been.
Someone said in chat, as long as he's got that good head of lettuce, he can be young Kiv as long as he wants.
That's a good point, too.
Trust me, the days aren't coming. Enjoy the lettuce while you got it, youngsters.
We know.
The day is a-coming.
Kiv just moving the ball so prolifically. The way he passes sometimes, Scott, and mixes up his routes, it's almost like he sees the play art of the defense. He just knows what's going to be open. It's just so impressive.
Little check down to the 31. He's perfect so far. 6 of 6 with a shot. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Might be the final play of the quarter as he hands it off to Duke Johnson. Gets the first down and more, and he will take it to the crib.
Look at the emotion from the Kiva. He knows that's huge to open up the game with a scoring drive, get yourself a stop, and not even go and get 3, go and get another 7 to put yourself up 2 scores against young Henry. Let's see how he deals with this type of pressure. He's never been in a situation like this before.
We talked about these teams with this running game getting down to scores. I know it's early. It's scary, especially when Duke Johnson is ripping it off like this for young Kiv.
Let's go! Come on!
Look at that.
Come on!
Kiv is going to fight.
No control or disconnect on that one.
RB wide open. What a... Ooh.
Cobb to the 43. And that's how the second quarter will begin. 14-0.
That was a big possession catch right there by Henry because he saw how fast Kiv clicked onto that safety and tried to lay the boom on Tavon Austin. Had Henry not possession caught that's going to be a drop pass due to the hit stick.
Henry from Chicago, Illinois. In Texas, you can drive at 16. The youngster has yet to put one together.
The troll train.
He's on Leonard's permit status right now.
What a
good
God.
throw there to Cobb. Just outside the red zone now at the 24.
What a dot as he gets into the red zone, but that was what was big about Kiv getting 2 touchdowns, because if you're Henry right now, you feel where you're almost in a situation where 3 points might not be no good. You really want to get in for 6. Good pocket presence, wow.
Slides down with Dak.
That's what you got to pay attention to if you're a casual player at home, is how good some of these guys' pocket presence are. You know me and you, Scott, and any other Johnny Walmart, we're dropping back 10, 15 yards, not stepping up in that pocket, putting ourselves in harm's way. These guys, they just have so much poise. Look at that step up right there by Henry. He gets down, protects the quarterback. It's just impressive stuff. It's way easier said than done. And it's a big reason why these guys are as elite as they are. It's those little things like the pocket presence and Henry putting it on full display there as he runs it in.
Zeke shakes a man off. And finally, Henry will get on the board.
How about Henry right there, Scott? You go down 14-0 against one of the top players of the MCS era, if not the top player. And then you come back and you put that drive together and make it a ball game. And now the Kiva has to respond.
Yeah, you need to stop. If you're Henry, 2:47 to go here in the half. Worth noting, Kiv started the game with the ball, so Henry will take it on the other side of the half. Big momentum drive right here. Deshaun will take off and slide down at the 25-yard line.
That was such an impressive drive by Henry, Scott. I mean, he's a youngin', but that was a big boy drive if I ever seen one, in a real pressure situation up there on that main stage with a lot of money, a lot of glory on the line, and now he's teeing up. Quarterback meet tastes sweet.
And Chris Westery, the youngster from Kentucky, will get to the quarterback and make it a 3rd and 12.
And that Westry, I mean, in real life, I believe he's a practice squad player in Madden, though. He's got that 94 speed, that 6'3" frame. These guys know how to make the best of that. Speed and height, they've always been key in Madden, Scott. They won't do it all for you, but they'll help you out. And there's another sack.
And this time, it's Lawrence coming right up the gut. And you got to get your boot out.
Yep, that we say it. That quarterback meat tastes sweet, and right now that Dallas Cowboys defense has sweet tooth. And they just wet their beak.
And Daniel, the punter from Tennessee, they did not have a good Saturday. Losing to Georgia State, of all teams. He'll punt it down to the 40-yard line. And that's what you needed. Couple sacks, you got the ball back with a chance to double dip the chip. You could tie things up here right before the half. Oh, nitro cold brew coming in. Can I interest you in a few? It's all set up. I'll take another. You just gotta walk by and only give me one.
Thank you very much. Oh, big sack right there from the Kiva.
Huge. It'll be a great Sunday here in Arlington, Texas. 2nd and 12. Amari, a little bit of motion. Prescott wheels it up to Amari. Makes a man miss. And they gather him up at the 24-yard line. Just over a minute to go in the 2nd quarter.
Phenomenal stick work right there from Henry. He clicks onto the receiver, gets him in a better stride so he can rack catch it. And I'm impressed right now, Scott. Almost everyone we've seen play with the Cowboys just has to run the ball. They get themselves in a passing situation and they look like a deer in headlights. Right now, Henry looking very comfortable passing the ball around as he gets sacked right there, though.
They'll still have 2 timeouts here. Clock management, oh so important. Prescott steps up, fires, throws, and there's Austin down at the 4, and it's a timeout with 15 seconds to go.
That's a big boy read right there from Henry. And again, just so impressive. I haven't seen anybody be able to slang the rock with the Cowboys like this all tournament long. And Henry looking to tie this ball game right before the half. This is a big sequence. He only has one timeout, Scott.
Kibb needs to...
This means you can only run one time here.
Try to stop the run. You're right, just one timeout remaining, and he will stretch it. And Zeke can't get away. And he'll have to use a timeout now with 12 seconds to go. And you got to be careful. You can't leave the half without points, especially getting the kickoff on the other side.
Yeah, if you're Kiv right now, you got to assume that this is going to be a passing play. So you got to be ready for it. And if you're Henry, you cannot take a sack. Like you said, Scott, you need to make sure you come away with points here.
How about McKinney coming through with a big-time tackle for loss? Waning seconds of the half. He'll throw it to the corner.
On, bro, what are you? Oh, my God. Hey.
And Tavon nearly got the feet in bounds.
That's a good throw, though. Kiv saying make him pay, but that looked like a my guy or no guy type of throw. Back corner of the end zone. Even if the defender gets his hands on it, it's going to be extremely hard for him to keep those feet in bounds.
I'm kicking the field goal right
Oh,
here.
man, now you're playing with a little bit of fire here, Hen.
3rd and goal, 8 seconds, no timeouts. And there's the blitz, and that's going to cost him 3 points. We're not as good as Henry, not even close. But you got to get your boot out there and take the 3 points.
The problem is right there, too, he sends the running back out on a route, Scott. In that situation where you can't take a sack, you got to keep Zeke into block. Even if you are looking for the wheel route out of the backfield, it's just too risky. And he pays for it right there. The good news for Henry is he gets this ball to start the second half, but instead of driving to take the lead, now he's driving to make it a tie ball game. That could be detrimental later on. Good pocket again.
Prescott
Good pocket again.
Amari, first down.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired by Henry's pocket presence, Scott. This is phenomenal.
The only incompletion was that corner route throw to Tavon. Both these competitors have been so accurate in the passing game thus far.
I mean, he could have scrambled right there. That was a Tom Brady type of throw. Just step up. You're giving me all this room to run, but you know what? I'm going to trust my receiver, get it in his hands. What a comeback. Oh, my.
Tavon.
It's surgical. Have you seen anyone pass the ball with the Cowboys? Like, I haven't seen anything like this.
He abandoned the run so early, but it's worked out for him. Tavon Austin played his college ball at West Virginia.
Here comes Zeke.
I was down there in the Orange Bowl. It was West Virginia versus Clemson. And Tavon Austin scored over 9,000 times. Still has some speed for a veteran.
You had a Clemson game? I don't believe it.
2nd and 4. Prescott hands it off to Zeke. And we're going to have a short yardage situation here. 3rd and 2 in plus territory.
Surprised Henry just sticking in this gun punch when he runs the ball. I'd like to see him getting a little, oh, what a tackle, what a defense right there. That's what I'm saying. Against this $1.46, I expect them to go into a heavy formation, and here we go, Scott. We got a situation.
4th and 7. Needs to get past the 41-yard line.
This is huge.
You can't start compounding mistakes. You don't take the points, and now here's a 4th down. Has a pocket, has a man, and won't get there. Moore will wrap him up, and it's a turnover on downs.
It's 7.
What a tackle right there from Kiv. Saves himself the first down. Look at this. The drag, Kiv immediately clicks on, crashes down, makes the secure tackle, doesn't go for the hit stick.
I'll never
And it's the
deny
little
you
things.
a Snickers, but that was a Snickers denied replay.
I could use a Snickers right now, man. Skim had that year supply. He'll be here later. Hopefully hook me up a little bit.
1st and 10. You heard Kiv say, now it's time to get 7.
Okay.
Drops it off to Duke Hopkins, makes 2-man miss. Another one.
Strip. What
And
the
it's a
strip?
strip.
Oh, he got 2, Icky. And it was a user strip fumble, Scott. Remember, stripping the ball this year is not easy. You can no longer spam that RB mechanic. It's super hard to match those animations. But when you're young Henry and you got all the stick work in the world, you can make plays just like that with the user strip fumble. What a goon. Look at this pocket.
I remember that old NFL Films clip of Mike Singletary. I like this kind of party. Defense showing up.
Look at
Here
this.
for Henry.
Watch him click on. Boom. Use a strip fumble. Oh my gosh. Give me a 1 in the chat if we are lit, having a good game here in the winners bracket semifinal. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys all are. Thank you for everyone out here watching with us and joining us on Championship Sunday. I'm loving it. Oh no!
Tavon, low throw. And we're going to have another 4th down.
It's just big play after big play, Scott. We can't even catch our breath up here.
Prescott. That's one of the changes I love in Madden 20 is they don't break the huddle anymore. We're just right back to it.
And spread.
Prescott.
Let's go!
He'll be dropped. Not only for a loss, but a turnover on downs. Kiv's got it back with 2 seconds to go in the 3rd. This will be the final play of the quarter. Bunch to the right. He'll run it with Duke Johnson. And put your 4s up. How about these two guys going back and forth? It's a defensive 3rd quarter, no points.
I want all the 4s in the chat. I got my eye on you too, because this is a big 4th quarter right here. And Kiv looking to cap this drive, make it 2 possessions.
Winner faces Serious Mo in the winner bracket final. Remember, this is the first ever double elimination MCS tournament.
How about Kiv's stat line with that quarterback? 8 for 8, 106 yards.
Forget about it.
In a game where it's a running meta, he's out here just throwing dots with Deshaun Watson, making it look surgical.
Watson, screen machine.
That's a huge play right there, Scott. Gets him out of field goal range.
That's CJ Goodwin, 90 speed coming off the edge.
That was huge. I mean, this is just big play after big play. Neither one of these guys want to go away. And then a hit. It's not stopping.
I think we've only had 1 incompletion in this game. And that was a corner route throw to Tavon at the end of the half. Unreal. Of course, we've had a few turnovers, especially on downs. And here's a 3rd and 16. Big play, big throw. Who? What?
Let's go!
What is happening? Will Fuller, naked.
I need a replay on that one. That's such a big play right there by Kiv. You hear him getting, showing some emotion. That's huge to go up 2 possessions.
So now 21-7 here at the brand new Pizza Hut Stadium. We've surely played a lot of games this weekend. Here at the brand new home of Madden football.
Look at
But
this.
look at this again. Yikes. That's on him. That's on the user. Jackson, that was his assignment, and he blew it.
Yeah, complete broken coverage right there from Henry. And it happens sometimes. You get a little too adjusty on defense. These guys make all kinds of quick adjustments, custom hot routes to the defense, and every now and then you'll get a broken coverage. What type of sorcery was that on that route? Oh my gosh, what a route right there.
First and 10.
Clip that. That was Dottie. Look at Henry, man. Why? If you're slang, I guess why not play with the Cowboys? If you can pass the ball like this with them, I'd be worried to see what he could do with a team like the Texans.
Went away from the running game early after trailing by 7, but now it's 14. Cooper.
Good hit. That's just good stick work all around right there. You saw Henry click onto his receiver, move him inside to get in position to make the play, and then Kiv click onto the safety to get him in position to make the hit at the point of contact. And again, that's that click on right there was the difference between a complete pass and an incomplete pass.
Prescott, once again, a lot of checkdowns, get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 3:07. All I can tell you, I didn't see all the games. We've had a lot of games this weekend here in Arlington. Certainly has to be a record for pass accuracy here at Pizza Hut Stadium.
Yeah, by both these competitors. They are both slanging this rock all over the field. And look at the pocket presence, man.
Picks up the blitz, Amari. Can he get past Roby? He will, and forced out of bounds on the 6-yard line.
Just so impressive, Scott. This high-level Madden going on right now on both sides of the ball, and Henry knows this is 4-down territory, can get this into the end zone, has all 3 timeouts. Kiv does not have a running offense, so it will be hard for him to milk the clock away. This game's far from over, but first things first, if you're Henry, you got to get in the end zone.
Way too smart.
Kiv holding the door. Henry's knocking.
8 carries for 12 yards for Zeke, 2nd and goal. Still has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Got to get in here with Zeke.
Come on.
Bad stick.
That looked like conservative ball carry.
Looked like he had a lane to run. This is huge. This is huge.
And trying to get in before the 2-minute warning. Quick throw to the outside.
Come on.
There we go.
Denied. Here comes 4th in the game.
There we go. Do you want it or not? What type of dots do you got?
Bunch to the right. Amari is solo to the left here on 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. And it's a sack. Joseph brings the heat. Well, you see Joke waiting in the wings. It's like he's gonna be facing Henry over on the loser side of the bracket.
If you're young Kiv. Oh, he's going play action. What is this? Honestly, that's not a terrible play, Scott.
2-minute warning.
If there was a time to pass in this situation, it's right before that 2-minute warning because the clock's going to stop anyway. That's actually a very veteran move right there from the Kiv. But now you got to expect him to just run this ball and just make Henry start using those timeouts.
Well, I was thinking GG, but not so fast, my friend. Little Madden magic might still be left in the winner's bracket here for Henry.
Running the ball is important here, though, because what it's going to do is put Henry in a situation where he'll need an onside kick to win the game. And if you Kiv, I'm sure you'll take that.
You throw a dot here, though, and the game's over.
Got to be careful. He starts thinking like that, Scott. That's when you get yourself in trouble.
Woo! Final timeout. Just 1 remaining for Henry. And Daniel will get his boot out. And this will be returnable by Tavon. Needs 53 yards and then an onside kick.
I've been impressed by the open field tackling by both these players as well, Scott. The pass and attack, their ability to make plays in the open field, land hit sticks, wrap up when you need to. Just a lot of small, high-level stuff going on that separates these guys from your average Madden player.
Prescott. Rare incompletion, 13 of 16.
Can you believe it, Scott? It's looking like we're going to have a serious Mo Young Kiv winners bracket final game. That's pay-per-view right there.
Gonna have Henry, it looks like, and Joke. And also Mills and Beast Mode Mac. They're in the loser semifinal here in this double elimination tournament. And it's another sack. They're starting to mount up.
Yeah, this is it. This is ball game right here.
Kiv has forced 7 sacks in the ball game. And that'll do it. GG's in the chat. Young Kiv is going to face Serious Mo. Both players 8-0 will face off on the winner's side of this Madden NFL 20 Classic. Once again, your final score, Young Kiv 21, the youngster Henry 7. But his journey's not over yet. He's going to get a second chance to make a run to the final. Take a look at the bracket. So many games, and you can